What if the greatest scientific discovery of the 20th century, the very key to understanding life itself, was credited to the wrong people? What if the true architect of one of humanity's most profound breakthroughs was forgotten, her contributions buried beneath the weight of history? This is the story of Rosalind Franklin, a woman of brilliance, precision, and unwavering dedication. A scientist whose work paved the way for the discovery of DNA's structure, yet whose name was absent when the world celebrated. It is a story of ambition, betrayal, and a question that still lingers today. Was the Nobel Prize of 1953 awarded to the right people? In the early 1950s, the scientific world was on the brink of one of the greatest discoveries of all time, the structure of DNA. Scientists across the globe were in a heated race to unlock the secret of life itself, a race that would define the future of biology, medicine, and genetics. Among them was a remarkable yet often overlooked scientist, Dr. Rosalind Franklin. Her dedication, precision, and groundbreaking work with X-ray crystallography would provide the key to solving this great mystery. But history had other plans for her. At King's College London, Rosalind Franklin worked tirelessly in a dimly lit laboratory, surrounded by X-ray diffraction machines. She was not seeking fame or recognition. She was searching for the truth. Day after day, she meticulously refined her techniques, capturing images of molecules invisible to the naked eye. Her work required patience and an extraordinary level of skill, but she had both in abundance. Through her efforts, she managed to produce the clearest, most detailed image of DNA ever seen. This image, known as Photograph 51, was revolutionary. It provided undeniable evidence that DNA was not just a random, tangled mess of molecules, but a structured, organized entity. The pattern of dark and light bands in the X-ray diffraction image hinted at a helical shape, a discovery that could change the course of scientific history. But at the time, Franklin did not fully realize the impact of what she had captured. She wanted more proof before drawing conclusions. Science, for her, was about precision, not hasty assumptions. While Franklin worked meticulously to confirm her findings, another pair of scientists, James Watson and Francis Crick, were also struggling to decipher the structure of DNA. They were stationed at Cambridge University, racing against time to solve the puzzle. But unlike Franklin, they lacked concrete evidence. They had ideas and hypotheses, but no clear proof. Then, something happened that would change everything. Maurice Wilkins, a colleague of Franklin's at King's College, without her knowledge, showed Photograph 51 to Watson. In that instant, everything fell into place for him. The image was the missing piece of the puzzle. Watson and Crick now had the visual proof they needed to confirm their model, a double helix structure. In 1953, Watson and Crick published their groundbreaking paper in the journal Nature, announcing to the world that they had discovered the structure of DNA. The scientific community erupted in celebration. Their names were immortalized, their discovery hailed as one of the most significant in modern science. They would go on to receive the Nobel Prize in 1962, solidifying their legacy as pioneers of genetics. But Rosalind Franklin's name was nowhere to be found in the announcement. No mention was made of Photograph 51, nor the years of meticulous work she had put into capturing it. Her contribution remained in the shadows, buried beneath the weight of history. Franklin continued her research, moving on to study the structure of viruses. Her work was just as meticulous, just as groundbreaking, but the world had already turned its attention elsewhere. In 1958, at the young age of 37, she passed away from ovarian cancer, likely exacerbated by prolonged exposure to X-ray radiation during her research. She never lived to see her work fully acknowledged. Years later, debates arose. Did Watson and Crick knowingly take credit for Franklin's work? Did they realize that their discovery would not have been possible without photograph 51? Some argue that science is built on collaboration, that discoveries are often the result of shared knowledge and borrowed ideas. Others, however, believe that Franklin was robbed of the recognition she rightfully deserved. The Nobel Prize was never awarded posthumously, meaning Franklin would never receive the honor for her contributions. Yet, as time passed, the truth began to surface. Today, she is recognized as one of the most brilliant minds in molecular biology, a woman whose intelligence and determination laid the foundation for modern genetics. But what if history had been different? What if Rosalind Franklin had lived longer? Would she have been awarded the Nobel Prize? Would she have been the one credited with unlocking the secrets of DNA? We may never know. What we do know is this: science is not just about discoveries, it is about the people behind them. And sometimes, the greatest minds remain in the shadows, waiting for their stories to be told. But what if I told you this wasn't the only scientific controversy in history? What if there was another great discovery, one that changed the world but was built on a lie? Stay tuned, because the truth is often more complicated than it seems.